Akala ng marami, we decide based on what we think. But the truth is, we decide, we make choices based on our state. Our mental, emotional, and physical state. Base yan sa nararamdaman natin. I want you to think. Think of a moment in your life right now. Imagine a moment in your life, way back. May isang bagay na alam mong kailangan mo, alam mong gusto mong bilhin, practical siya, magagamit mo siya, at afford mo siya. You are so strategic, you are overthinking. Paulit-ulit mong inisip, pero hindi mo binili. At meron din bang isang bagay na hindi mo naman kailangan, hindi mo naman talaga magagamit, hindi siya practical, at baka hindi mo siya afford. Pero dahil masaya ka, maganda yung environment, maganda yung trato sa'yo ng salesman or sales lady, nag-enjoy ka, masaya ka, you are in a good state, nag-decide ka, kinuha mo pa rin, binili mo pa rin. It means that we decide based on our state. Again, that's the mental state, emotional state, and physical state. Yung katawan natin. Sa Tagalog, hugot. So most of the time, kaya hindi tayo makapag-decide ng tama dahil din sa mga hugot natin. That is why in this video, we will talk about the top 10 hugots that we have na nakakapigil sa atin para marating yung mga pangarap natin, para makuha yung mga goals natin, at para maging masaya tayo. So teka lang, Sir MJ, sino ka ba? Bakit kami makikinig sa'yo? So sa mga bago sa channel na to, welcome guys! My name is MJ Lopez and I've been doing business for more than 18 years. Transforming the lives of people in the process. And I'm just really happy and proud because I was able to transform the lives of people from zero, from poor to becoming millionaires and multi-millionaires who now have fulfillment in life na nakakatulong na rin sa iba't ibang mga tao. And I also have the privilege to coach, mentor, and work with billionaires who wants a more well-rounded will of life. So I'm here to tell you na all walks of life hindi nagiging masaya dahil sa mga hugot nila. All walks of life, kahit mahirap yan, middle class yan, mayaman yan, milyonaryo yan, bilyonaryo yan, pag may hugot yan, nagkakamali ng desisyon yan. Pag hindi niya na-handle yung hugot niya, nawawala ng balanse yung will of life niya at nagiging malubak yung daan. And that will lead to poor choices and loneliness. Yan yung dahilan bakit hindi tayo masaya. So if you wanna be happy, if you wanna achieve your goals and dreams, kung gusto mong makarating sa mga pangarap mo, at sawang-sawa ka na napaulit-ulit na lang yung buhay mo, watch the whole video. Because again, we will talk about the top 10 hugots and the answers to it. So what will happen is, I will share with you the hugot, the language around it, maybe a few stories, ano yung epekto nung hugot na yon, ano yung epekto nun sa buhay natin, ano yung signs na meron ka nun, at ano yung sagot. Paano natin malalabanan yung mga hugot na yon? And we will talk about this based on my own personal experience. Meaning, we will talk about things na subok na, nagawa ko na. Mga bagay, tools, strategies, step-by-step processes, and framework that are already working in my life. At tinuturo ko rin sa mga kliyente nating bilyonaryo. So let's start. Hugot number 1 is self-doubt. And the language is, di ko kaya yan. Hindi yan para sa akin. Baka hindi ko kaya. Hindi ako magaling, mahiyain ako, and so on. Laging pinagdududahan yung sarili. So saan ba nanggagaling yung self-doubt? Because let's be real, majority ng mga hugot natin, galing yan sa dati nating environment. One major example is, sa isang kwarto, kung gusto mong paghubarin lahat ng tao, ang dali naman eh. Step 1, kulungin mo silang lahat sa isang kwarto. Step 2, patayin mo yung aircon. Step 3, painitin mo yung kwarto. Step 4, kalma ka lang at hintayin mo. Maya-maya lang, naguhubad na yung mga tao kasi sobrang init. Which means that we will decide based on our environment. Because the environment is giving us the state. It is influencing us to decide based on our state. Another major example around business. If you are selling hot dogs, saan magandang pumwesto? A lot of people are thinking about marketing, maganda yung place, masarap yung hotdog, masarap yung burger, sobrang gandang products. Tama yun, mahalaga yun. Pero ang tanong, saan mo ba ilalagay yung sarili mo? Kasi based on environment, ang pinakamagandang placement for the hotdog kung nasaan yung mga taong gutom. If you will put your hotdog stand in front of a hungry crowd, bibilin at bibilin nila yan. So ibig sabihin, meron laging pinanggagalingan yung mga hugot natin. So ang self-doubt, dalawa yan. Internal and external. So isang kasinungalingan, sabihin sa'yo pa ulit-ulit, paniniwalaan mo. Siyempre, nung bata pa lang tayo at galing ka sa hirap, may mga pagkakataon na hindi tayo nabibigyan ng atensyon. Tama? Pwedeng ginalingan mo, tinodo mo, binigay mo lahat. Nakakuha ka ng mataas na grades pero dahil busy yung parents mo o baka nasa abroad yung parents mo, hindi nila napansin, hindi ka nabigyan ng credit. So anong nangyari? Pinagdududahan mo yung sarili mo kasi parang hindi validated yung effort mo. Hindi nagre-reciprocate yung effort mo. And because of that, probably naniwala ka na hindi ka magaling. Or maybe, initially, baka creative ka. Pero sa school, initially, hindi naman agad-agad nabibigyan ng credit yung mga creative. Kailangan magaling ka magsaulo, magaling ka magbasa, maganda ka magsulat. Creative ka nga eh. You want arts and crafts. You wanna sing, you wanna dance, you wanna move, you wanna play. So ano maririnig natin? Yung mga salitang bobo, di ka magaling, at ulit-ulitin mo yan, paniniwalaan niya ng bata. Merong mga tinatawag na late bloomers. Yung tipong nung bata sobrang dugyot. Tapos nung naging college, nung nagtatrabaho na, gumanda, huyo ka ngayon, di ba? Pumogi, sumexy, naging macho, nagkapera na kasi. But bottom line, pwedeng nung bata ka, inaasar-asar ka. Tapos kung paniniwalaan mo yun yung magiging self-image mo. Or internal. Ano yung internal? Ano yung internal? Naniwala ka na hindi ka magaling, naniwala kang bobo ka, mahina ka talaga. So mangyayari, hindi ka na magta-try. And there are times na lalabas at lalabas yung galing mo. Kasi syempre may pangarap ka eh. Kaya ka nga nanonood ng video ko eh. May pangarap ka, may goals ka, you will do whatever it takes. And a lot of people may appreciate that. Right? A lot of people will say, kaya mo yan, magaling ka, malupit ka. Pero it will be hard for you to actually receive the compliment, receive the appreciation, receive the gratitude kasi tinutulak mo palayo yung appreciation ng mga tao. Kasi nga, malalim yung pagdududa mo sa sarili mo based on the evidences from the past. So ano ang sagot? Walang sagot sa tanong kung bakit ka tumataba. So the answer to this is you have to change your self-image. What do I mean by that? Way back, nung high school, lagi ako nasasabihin ng pangit, maitim, nog-nog, chinoy, basta kung ano-anong pang-aasar. Kasi mahilig ako sa sports, mahilig ako sa basketball. So, hindi na nga ako kaputian, mahilig pa ako magpa-araw. Alright? And imagine, nung 16 ako, nag-start ako mag-business. Alam niyo yung puno ng Nara, kortehan niyo yun ng korteng tao, lagyan mo ng buhok, ako yun. So, while doing the business, I was doubting myself. But because of state, because of what I feel, na hindi ko kaya na umiiyak yung nanay ko, hindi ko kaya na pabayaan yung nanay kong umiiyak, hayaan lang siya kasi naloko kami ng ilang milyon, I wanna help my mom. I want to make my family proud. There's a moment in my life na hindi na mahalaga yung tingin ko sa sarili ko. Enough is enough. Ayoko na. Sawang-sawa na ako na inaasar ako, sawang-sawa na ako maghirap. I want to become a millionaire and I will become a millionaire. Nag-decide ako. So a firm decision will help. But because of the firm decision, I took the action. Benta ako ng benta, uuwi ako, pagod. Pag konti benta ko, aaralin ko paano ako gagaling magbenta. Inaaral ko yung patterns. Because I'm present in the moment and I'm focused on the present moment. And every time nagpapahinga ako, instead na tingnan ko pa yung past, I cannot afford that anymore. I don't have time for that. Ini-imagine ko yung future. Paano pag nagkapera ako? Paano pag nagkakotse ako? Paano pag yumaman ako? Kasi hirap na ako mag-commute. Ang hirap magbitbit ng product. So ang visualize ko lagi, yung saya, yung sarap ng may kotse, ng may resulta, ng may pera. So it's not looking at the past. It's focusing on the present moment. That is why, nung nagbebenta ako, ang bilis kong ma-pick up yung mga patterns. Kuhang-kuha ko kaagad. Okay. Pag ito sinabi ko, hindi siya bibili. So, kailangan ito yung sabihin ko. Kailangan ganito yung ngiti ko sa kanya. Hanggang sa na-develop, gumaling ako magbenta, gumaling din ako mag-communicate sa mga tao. At naging advantage ko pa nga, yung thinking na pangit. Pangit daw ako. It's because, pag pangit ka, at pangit ang tingin mo sa sarili mo, hindi ka entitled. Kasi yung mga pogi, nakukuha nila gusto nila eh. Diba? Nakukuha nila yung attention ng teacher, ng professor, parang laging may bias. Diba? Ang dali nila makapagpasaya ng tao, ang daling makapagpangiti ng tao. So, nangyayari, hindi na sila nag-aaral. Hindi na sila gumagaling. Ang naging advantage ko naman, since pangit na pangit ako sa sarili ko, ang thinking ko, hindi ko yan mababago, but I can change my character. I can become stronger. I can build more skills. I can make myself valuable in the marketplace. And that's what happened. And then sooner or later, while developing myself, nausuhan ako ng pagporma. Kasi yun yung something na pwede kong makontrol eh. So kaya ko palang kontrolin yung forma ko, nag-gym na ako, nag-exercise na ako, gumanda yung katawan ko, lumakas yung katawan ko, tumaas yung energy ko, dumami lalo yung pera ko. That is why I became a millionaire at 19, 21. I was already earning millions per week. And the answer is building a new self-image. So I want to show you an illustration. Most of us, ang nakikita lang talaga natin yung resulta. Yung events, yung mga pangyayari, yung mga magagandang nangyayari sa mga vloggers, sa mga hyper-successful na negosyante. Nakikita nyo lang yung magandang kotse, yung magandang relo, pero hindi yung pinagdaanan. But understand na yung results and events nanggagaling yan sa actions and behavior and how you behave and how you act. But the thing is, based on our self-image, again, base sa tingin mo sa sarili mo, you will act. Diba? You will take action. So ang goal natin, mabago yung self-image. Yun yung malalim na side. Paano babaguhin yung self-image? You have to build a new structure of living. Structure of living means you have to take action, pero you have to take action over and over a period of time. Yun yung structure. It has to be a habit. Kailangan ma-build mo yung patterns mo. And mind you guys, most of the hugots here, ito rin yung sagot. That is why it's very important that you listen to this analogy right now. Right? Because this is a framework na magagamit nyo sa iba pang mga hugot na babanggitin ko mamaya. And at the end of the video, I will share with you a basic framework that you can use to actually earn millions of money, to change your life, to change your self-image, mabago yung belief mo, bottom line, baguhin yung buong buhay mo. Alright? At the end of this video, I will share that with you. An extremely powerful framework na natutunan ko pa from Tony Robbins himself. Now, let's go back. Paano ka makakapag-build ng structures? Kailangan meron kang goal. And that's what happened to me. My goal is to earn millions of money so I can help my family. I can help my mom. Pero what happened was I became a millionaire. Because earning 1 million is a lot different from becoming one. Alright? When you earn money, that doesn't mean naging milyonaryo ka. Kasi pwedeng mawala yun sa'yo. Becoming a millionaire means you are a millionaire by mind, heart, and body. Ibig sabihin, kahit mawala yun sa'yo, kaya mong ibalik paulit-ulit kasi yun na yung bago mong self-image. That's who you really are. You are a millionaire. So kung gusto mong maging milyonaryo at gusto mong baguhin yung image mo, taas mo yung kamay mo ngayon. Kanang kamay, tapikin mo yung balikat mo, you are a millionaire. Yes, you are. So our goal is to become a millionaire. And the earning is just proof and evidence na teka, totoong milyonaryo ka. Kasi kaya mo. You just have to do it over and over a period of time. Kaya nga merong mga tao na kumita ng milyon pero nawawala din kasi hindi nawala yung self-doubt. So dapat habang kumikita ka ng milyon, you are collecting evidences, you have a structure to change your self-image. And mamaya din, i-discuss ko sa inyo the best way to change your self-image. So ang dami niyong aabangan sa podcast na to. Hugot number 2, doubts and fears. And we're talking about external. Kasi kanina, pinag-usapan na natin yung internal doubt, di ba? Yung doubt mo sa sarili mo. But the fear, usually external yan. So dalawa yan. It's the fear of failure and fear of the unknown. Takot tayong mag-fail kasi alam natin na masakit yung failure. Takot tayo sa future kasi hindi pa natin kilala o alam yung future. And most of the time, based on environment, I want you to think of it this way. Halimbawa, nasa isang lugar ka na sobrang dilim, at sobrang daming fog. Tapos ang dami mong naririnig na noises. Naririnig kang tahol ng aso, crickets, wago. Basically, parang ang nasa isang horror film. And probably, may mga sound effects nang nilalagay yung editors natin. So, parang ang nasa horror film ngayon. Imagine mo, ang dilim-dilim. Tapos wala kang flashlight kasi wala ka pang awareness in life. Hindi mo pa kilala sarili mo. You don't know what to do. So, nakaasa ka lang sa liwanag. At pagtalikod mo sa past, maliwanag. Kasi nadaanan mo na yun eh. Alam mo na yun eh. Which means that in this analogy, ang lumiliwanag lang yung nadadaanan mo. Parang online games. Yung mapa, na-unlock lang pag napuntahan mo na yung lugar. Same goes. Sa pagtalikod mo, maliwanag. Ang tanong, most of the time, ano yung pipiliin natin? Yung totoo. Sabihin nyo sa comment section. Para masaya tayo, guys. And let's talk about it. Yung totoo, di ba most of the time, pipiliin natin yung maliwanag? Ito yung good news. Yung liwanag na dating nadaanan mo na, kung hindi ka masaya sa buhay mo ngayon, malamang, yan yung dahilan bakit di ka masaya. Ito malupit, binalikan mo pa. Ganyan magtrabaho utak natin. Okay lang mag-fail, at least predictable. At least ine-expect mo na mag-fail ako. Maliwanag yun eh. Kaysa naman pumunta ako dun sa hindi ko alam. Because the language is, baka hindi ko kaya yan. Baka hindi yan para sa akin. Baka maloko ako ulit. Baka masaktan lang ako. Baka scam yan or whatever. Diba in terms of opportunities, ganyan tayo? It's unknown to us. So ang thinking natin, negative, scam. Pag may narinig kang magaling na speaker, nasa isip mo, 10,000 mo, gawin nating 10,000 ko. 10,000 ko, gawin nating 10,000 mo. Stuff like that, right? O kaya naman, bebentahan ka ng insurance. O bebentahan ka ng bahay. Lagi na lang feeling mo, nininegosyo ka. That's around opportunities. But in reality, yung mga tao kasing skilled, sila yung mga nasa sales. Sila yung mga nagbebenta ng produkto kasi kaya nga sila naging skilled dahil sa produktong binibenta nila. Dahil sa opportunity na ginrab nila. Baliktad kasi yung thinking natin kasi nga meron tayong takot at meron tayong duda. So what would be the answer to this? Una, yung number 1, balikan mo lang. If you are secured with who you are and you have a structure, eventually, unti-unting mababawasan yung doubt mo at takot mo. Because even if you are scared of the outside world, even if you have doubts externally, if you don't have any doubts with who you are as a person, it will be easy for you to move forward. And that's number 2. Just step forward. Kasi automatic, when you step, little by little, kahit dahan-dahanin mo, basta humahakbang ka, liliwanag at liliwanag yung daan. And you will realize, yung success, yung happiness, yung achievement, yung fulfillment, nasa unknown pala yun. You will realize that the progress that you want is in the work that you don't want to do. The progress that you want is in the work you are avoiding. The success that you want is in the things that you are avoiding. Yung mga bagay na iniiwasan natin, baka nandun yung success. Baka nandun yung achievement. Kaya hanggang ngayon, hindi ka makarating. Kasi ang dami mong, hugot. Hugot number 3, procrastination. And the language is, mamaya na, bukas na, saka na, next time na. Do it over and over, makakasanayan mo yan. And what's happening with most people is, laging pinagpapabukas, naging 1 week, naging 2 weeks, naging 1 month, naging every month, naging 1 year, magsisisi, lalong magsa-self-doubt, lalong matatakot, at lalo lang tatama rin. You will procrastinate. So that's what's happening. Here's the good news. It's really easy to answer procrastination. Again, number 1, just use the framework. You have to change your self-image. Kasi pag alam mong may progress ka sa buhay mo, nagbabago yung buhay mo, masaya ka sa nagiging resulta and you are collecting evidences that you can, tatama rin ka pa ba? Yung totoo. Let's think critically here. If you know yourself that you are making progress and little by little, nagbabago yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, and then naa-unlock mo yung mapa towards success. Unti-unti, nakikita mo kung saan ka papunta. Lumalawak yung vision mo. Tatama rin ka pa ba? Di ba hindi na? So the answer to procrastination is number 1, change your self-image. Number 2, step forward. Just do something. Just try something new because that's the answer to number 2, hugot. Number 3 is have goals. Kailangan meron kang goal. And the goal must be exciting for you. Dapat sobrang nakaka-excite. Dapat sobrang saya. Dapat iniisip mo pa lang, ini-imagine mo pa lang, nagbabago na yung state mo. Kasi yung goal na yun, sobrang gustong-gusto mo. At ang good news, pag na-eliminate nyo yung first 5, basta tuloy-tuloy lang, the rest will actually follow. Hugot number 4, ignorance. And the language is, hindi ko kasi alam eh. Hindi ko alam kung paano. I don't know how. Kasi nga, I don't know who I really am. Who am I? The Lord of all the earth. Tapos pag hindi mo kilala sarili mo, ano ang lengguwahe mo? I don't know what I want. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. So pag nagkamali ka, hindi ko kasi alam eh. Nagiging excuse mo, so hindi ka na nagtitake ng accountability. Kasi ang sasabihin mo, hindi mo alam. And there's a famous quote around this. Intelligence rules the world and ignorance carries the burden. Yung mga ignorante, yun ang hindi masaya. Yun yung walang alam. At pag walang alam, walang skills, sorry po, Walang value, walang income. Pag walang income, dumating ang crisis, nakaasa ka lang lagi sa ibang tao. And we don't want that. Kasi iba yun ang dahilan nila eh. But you have to understand that if you don't know anything, you won't do anything. And if you are not doing something, magsacycle lang yan pabalik. Tatamarin ka, matatakot ka, magsa-self-doubt ka. And it will be a downward spiral loop hanggang dapang-dapa ka na. And most people, hindi na nakakaahon doon. And the good news is, kaya pa, pwede pa, if you will watch my videos. Now, what would be the answer to this? Kasi ang mahirap, pag ignorante ka, again, kung hindi mo kilala sarili mo, nai-imagine nyo ba yung hindi mo kilala sarili mo? Gaano karaming maling desisyon yung magagawa mo? Una, pag di mo kilala sarili mo, mailalagay mo yung sarili mo sa maling environment. Mailalagay mo yung sarili mo sa isang lugar na hindi nakikita yung totoong value mo. Mailalagay mo yung sarili mo sa isang community environment na magbibigay lang sa'yo ng state na nakasanayan mo. Yung malungkot, yung maging pabebe, yung humugot ng humugot to actually validate your ego. And what will happen is again, you will doubt yourself. You will have more fear. You will procrastinate. Ibig sabihin, wala kang makukuhang goals. Wala kang magiging achievement. Hindi mo makukuha yung mga pangarap mo. At paulit-ulit lang yung mangyayari sa'yo. And before I give you the answer, I want you to ask yourself right now, ano ang nagiging cost nito sa buhay mo? Kasi minsan hindi natin nakikita, ano yung cost niyan sa buhay natin? Ano yung binabayad natin for being ignorant? For not knowing who we are? If your goals is earning 1 million per month, yan yung cost niyan. 1 million per month. If your goal is to become happy, have money, have financial freedom, have time freedom, yan eksakto yung cost sa'yo for being ignorant, for not knowing how to do it, for not knowing who you are. So ang kapalit ng ignorance, lahat ng pangarap mo. So what would be the best answer? Is success blueprint. And I want you to watch this very short video. Very short clip lang guys. Share ko sa inyo. Ano ba yung naging epekto sa mga students natin? Ano yung pwedeng maging resulta kapag meron kang blueprint? Kapag may roadmap ka? Kapag kilala mo sarili mo, alam mo yung gusto mo, at alam mo yung gagawin mo. Watch this.
Yung yung result ko sa Success Blueprint course is, after, wala pang 1 month ata na nakabili po ako ng Chevrolet car ko. Then, para sa akin yon. Tapos yung after 2 months, nakabili din ako ng yung para sa husband ko naman na Infiniti car.
What I've learned sa Success Blueprint po is if you truly have the congruence, talagang everything will fall on its place eh. Kasi kung naka-align talaga yung tatlong yan, pati yung manifestation mo, it would really work.
Kahit ako nung umpisa, puro ako isip eh. Puro isip na ano ba yung susulat ko? Okay ba itong isusulat ko? Parang ganon. Pero nung nag-start na ako magsulat, nag-break yung pattern. Tapos yun tuloy-tuloy na. Tapos parang weird nga eh. Kasi para akong sinasaniba na tutok ako doon sa notebook ko. Tapos ang dami ko, wala na tigil yung sulat ko.
Just imagine guys, 5-year goal, nakuha ng 5 months. 2 kotse, 1 bahay. Simply because sa Success Blueprint, meron tayong implementation plan. Of course, advanced din ako mag-isip kagaya mo. Sabi ko nga sa'yo eh. Kung inaatake ka ng hugot ngayon, I understand. Kasi baka humuhugot ka na naman ngayon, sir, wala akong time. Diba? Nasagot ko na rin yan. Success Blueprint, it's an online course, so anytime, kahit nasa ang bansa ka, pwede sa'yo. Sir, paano ko i-implement? Meron tayong workbook. Tapos kung may tanong ka pa, meron pa tayong mastermind session, which is actually worth 100,000 per session. If you will enroll within the week, you will get 3 sessions. That would be 300,000 value, guys. Imagine, for less than 10,000 pesos, malalaman nyo yung presyo sa successblueprint.ph. Now, pwede mo sabihin, Sir MJ, paano yung environment? May sagot din tayo dyan. We have an exclusive community. At ang good news ko sa inyo guys, malapit na yung very first, pinakaunang Success Blueprint face-to-face event natin sa March 28 to 30, 2025 guys. I will create massive value. Parang kung umattend ng Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within, Date with Destiny, pero mas mura at mas maiintindihan mo. I'm trying to make everything 1,000 times more affordable, but 1,000 times more understandable for you. So para maka-attend ka sa exclusive event natin, kailangan enroll ka ng Success Blueprint. So again, if you wanna enroll now, just visit www.successblueprint.ph and click Get the Course Now. Submit mo lang yung form, and then if you wanna pay via GCash or Maya, just choose Send It Online Payments. If you wanna pay via credit card, you can choose Send It Online Payments or PayPal. Which means the answer is clarity. You have to be clear with who you are, what you want, and what you wanna do. So that when you set goals, your intention will be extremely clear. It's because if the intention is clear, the mechanism will appear. Pag malinaw yung intention mo, makikita mo ngayon yung mga opportunities through your reticular activating system, through your RAS, through your brain filter. I want you to think about this. Have you ever experienced in your life na meron kang goal na kotse? Like for example, a white Civic or a red Vios or a white Fortuner or a Ford Raptor or a Mustang or a Maserati or a Porsche, Mercedes-Benz. Please drop in the comment section ano yung goals mo. And let's support each other here. Okay, para masaya tayo, di ba? Kasi it's really good to actually share your goals with people, especially people who have the same goals. People who also want to achieve their goals and dreams. And ang gawin natin sa comment section, like natin, mag-comment tayo sa mga goals nila, and then let's believe in them. Let's share positivity in this video. Kasi alam naman natin, napaka-negative na ng mundo, so the world needs a daily dose of positivity. And that's what we are doing here. Alright, so let's be positive. Just share your goals in the comment section, and then ikaw, after mo mag-share ng goals, like mo yung goals ng iba, mag-reply ka doon, sabihin mo, kaya mo yan, ma-achieve mo yan, deserve mo yan, ang ganda naman ng kotse mo, and stuff like that. Right? Now, naranasan mo na ba yung gustong-gusto mo yung kotse? Suddenly, tuwing bumabiyahe ka, nakikita mo siya. Diba? For example, white Civic. Uy, Civic na naman, no? Oh, may isa na naman Civic. Malayo pa lang yung ilaw eh. Kita mo na, oh, Civic yun. Kahit sobrang dilim yung taillights, kabisado mo itsura, oh, Civic na naman. Right? Tapos, pwede mong isipin na, bakit parang ang daming Civic? Hindi naman nadagdagan yung Honda Civic. Napansin mo lang siya ngayon. Kasi pinapakita siya ngayon ng utak mo. Ang tawag doon, seeing signs. That's the reticular activating system. It's because your brain filter is showing you more of the things that you want and the things that you are looking for. Kaya nga mahalaga yung state at nararamdaman mo. Kaya nga sobrang mahalaga yung Success Blueprint. Ayan, nabanggit ko na naman sa Success Blueprint kasi ang gusto ko, maging masaya ka. Ang gusto ko, magkaroon ka ng clarity. Ang gusto ko, mawala lahat ng hugot mo para ma-achieve mo yung goals mo. Again, visit the site. It's www.successblueprint.ph. Kaya naman, again, kailangan nyo lang mag-decide. Because if you are decided, again, makikita mo. Makikita mo lagi yung mga bagay na gusto mo. So imagine mo, kung wala kang clarity, ano nakikita mo? Kung ano lang iba to sa'yo ng mundo. Kung ano ang iba to sa'yo ng algorithms. Pag intentional ka, kahit hindi binabato sa'yo ng algorithms, you will look for the right opportunity. You will look for the right videos to learn. Kaya nga, lahat ng platform may search button. So you can eventually search what you want. So now, pag kilala mo sarili mo, you have clarity, imagine mo, yung brain filter mo, pinapakita na sa'yo yung goals mo, yung dreams mo, hindi ka ngayon tatamarin. Tapos malinaw na malinaw sa'yo yung goals mo, nakikita mo lahat ng opportunity, even the videos na kailangan mo, enroll ka pa sa Success Blueprint, meron ka pang community, meron pa tayong mastermind sessions, nawawala ngayon yung fear mo. Kasi supported ka. Tapos magbabago yung self-image mo, which will then means that your actions and behaviors will be automatic. You will now create the results. And that's what we want here. Unti-unting alisin yung hugot para makuha yung resultang gusto. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, di ba? If we can actually handle the 5 hugots, the first 5, everything else will follow. Basta tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. And again, later I will share with you an extremely powerful framework na tinuturo ko sa mga webinars natin at tinuturo ko rin sa Success Blueprint. Ayan, nabanggit ko na naman sa Success Blueprint, diba? Kasi gusto ko talagang magbago yung buhay mo. To be honest with you guys, this is the best transformational course available today. It's extremely affordable. Sure akong kayang-kaya mo, especially kung gusto mo talagang mawala yung mga hugot mo. So again, it's www.successblueprint.ph and I'm gonna see you on the other side. Alright, so let's move on to hugot number 5. Victim mentality. And the language is, kasi hindi ako okay. Hindi maganda yung nararamdaman ko. Hindi nyo kasi ako naiintindihan. Hindi nyo alam yung pinagdadaanan ko ngayon o pinagdadaanan ko dati. Now, don't get me wrong. We are not trying to invalidate your emotions or feelings. But you have to be aware and you have to understand that most of our emotions are coming from the past traumatic, negative experiences that we have. Meaning, we are still the victim of the past. At ang mahirap sa victim mentality, when we are confronted na mali tayo, na puro tayo excuses, may rebat tayo lagi. And we will try to make the other person, the person on the other side, feel bad about themselves for trying to help us. Most of us are guilty with that. We just have to be aware. For the thousands of coaching experiences that I've had, even millionaires, even billionaires, lahat naman dumadaan dito sa victim mentality. Recently nga lang na-experience ko yan May mga tao na pag mataas ang ego, tapos mali sila, tapos hindi nila kayang tanggapin yung mali nila, maghahanap sila ng mali sa'yo. Tapos gagamitin nila yon as excuse. Tapos, pag nainis ka na sa sinabi nila, syempre, you have to confront it. Pag kinonfront mo, nagagalit ka sa akin. Nasasaktan yung emotion ko. Ayan na. Biktima na naman sila. So, they will play this manipulation game with you to trigger you, to make you feel bad. At pag hindi na okay yung state mo at kukomprontahin mo na sila, gagamitin nila yan against you. That's the greatest challenge for being a victim. Meaning, most of the time, we use the victim mentality to manipulate the people. Even in social media. Those who try to become victims, yun yung pinapansin, yun yung binibigyan ng atensyon. Hindi natin namamalayan, yung mga victim, sila yung mahilig manggamit. Sila yung mahilig manira. Pansinin nyo, yung mga taong pa-victim, bandang huli, sisiraan ka, babanatan ka. It's happening. And there are also times in our lives na meron tayong mahal na tao sa buhay natin. Right? Tapos ibibigay natin yung pagmamahal sa kanila. Tapos hindi nila masuklian, hindi nila kayang i-reciprocate yung binibigay natin na value sa kanila. Of course, if they cannot give that back, they will feel guilty, right? So para hindi sila mag-guilty, biktima na naman sila. Ang gagawin nila, hahanapan kanila ng mali to justify yung guilt nila. Kaya nga yung victim mentality is one of the worst hugots to have. So what's my point? Lahat tayo may pinagdadaan ng hirap. Lahat tayo may problema. Magkakaiba lang ng bigat, magkakaiba lang ng cover, magkakaiba lang ng timbang. Pero may timbang yun sa atin. Our job, our goal, is to understand each other and to help each other. And for you to be able to understand other people, you have to understand yourself first. So while watching this video, probably may naiisip kang ibang tao, ay si ano, pabiktim nga yun, si ano pabiktim yun, si ano pabiktim yun. I understand that because that's our mind, the reticular activating system, di ba? Gumagana yung brain filter natin. Pero I want you to think, teka, kailan ako naging pa-victim? Kasi tandaan mo, pag pa-victim ka, yung negative effect niya sa buhay mo, sobrang bigat. At pati mga mahal mo sa buhay, nadadamay. Nakaka-drain yan at nakakahatak yan pababa. So I want you to look at yourself first. Alam ko, marami kayo naiisip na tao sa buhay niyo na sobrang nagpapabigat sa inyo. Pero most of the time, may mali din tayo. So what would be the answer? Acceptance. You have to accept na kung may nangyari sa'yo mabigat talaga in the past, nangyari na. Tapos na nangyari na. Number 2, you have to forgive. Because forgiveness is not for the other person. Hindi yan para sa ibang tao. Yung forgiveness para yan sa'yo. Kasi imagine mo, in the past, nagawan ka na niya ng mali. Patawarin mo na siya, i-release mo na siya. Bakit? Kasi hanggat hindi mo siya pinapatawad, ikaw yung nagdadala ng bigat nung mali niya. So imagine mo, you're still carrying the weight of someone else's mistake. Dala-dala mo pa rin yung bigat ng pagkakamali nila. Nasaktan ka na nga, hanggang ngayon nasasaktan ka pa. And forgiveness will set you free. Acceptance, forgiveness, and here's the best part. Love. And I wanna ask you now, para kanino yung love? Yes, tama. Para sa sarili. Para sa'yo. Because the best love story is when you fall in love with yourself. Because when you love yourself, kung mahal mo yung sarili mo, you will say no to other stuff. You will say no to the things that are unrelated to your goals and dreams. You will say no to the things that are not related to who you really are. Especially kung kilala mo na sarili mo. Kaya nga, loving yourself means investing in yourself. And the best investment is personal development. Kasi kahit anong mangyari, hindi yan mananakaw sa'yo. And the more that you become valuable as a person, the more na mawawala yung mga hugot mo at ma-achieve mo yung mga goals mo. Again, it's www.successblueprint.ph. It's because Success Blueprint will give you clarity for who you really are. So you can love who you are. At pag mahal mo sarili mo, ilalagay mo rin yung sarili mo sa tamang community, sa tamang environment, and you will feel better about yourself. That way, mawawala yung fear, mabibuild yung trust sa sarili, at magbabago yung self-image mo. Tataas yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. And that's what I mean by the rest will follow. Mabigat din yung 6 to 10 na hugot. Pero again, if you can handle 1 to 5, basta tuloy-tuloy ka lang, the rest will follow. And it's really exciting for me. Because that means we are moving forward. Right? So if you like this video, guys, please let us know. Like, comment, and share this right now because it's getting exciting, right? If this is getting you excited or medyo nasasaktan ka, tinatamaan ka, but excited at the same time, it means na effective yung ginagawa natin ngayon, right? And it's super exciting. Ako, I'm thrilled because lahat ng hugots na to, kaya kabisado ko, di ba? Ang dami kong examples, di ba? Kasi lahat to pinagdaanan ko. So don't be ashamed, okay? Kung tinatamaan ka, okay lang yun kasi tinatamaan din ako eh. Diyan ako galing eh. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people tinatamaan din sa sinasabi ko. Enjoyin na lang natin. Pag tinamaan ka, saluhin mo na lang. Kasi again, how to solve this? Acceptance, di ba? And forgiveness. Okay, magalit sa akin, alright? I'm trying to help you. Now, let's move on to hugot number 6. Scarcity. And the language is, mahirap lang kami, Sir MJ. Wala kaming pera. Mahirap lang kami. Now, here's the catch. If that's your mindset, and that's how you talk, you will think that way, you will feel that way, because you talk that way, and you will act that way. Because that will be your self-image and identity. So, ano sagot dito? Baguhin yung self-image. How do you do that? Nasabi ko na kanina. And then change your language. Instead na magsalita ka lagi ng tapos, make it open-ended. Or ituloy mo yung sentence. Wala akong pera eh. Sa ngayon. Pero, magkakapera ako. Mahirap lang kami eh. Sa ngayon. Pero ako yung unang magiging milyonaryo. You have to put pero. You have to change your language. And the idea is, pag nagbago naman yung self-image mo, nawala yung doubt mo, you are moving forward, kilala mo sarili mo, tapos nawala yung victim mentality mo, eventually, you will earn the money. And of course, alam naman natin na nakakadagdag din talaga ng hugot, yung pera. Let's be real. Majority ng hugot natin, pera. Daming utang, ang daming bayarin, ang daming bills. Tapos pag dumating yung crisis, wala tayong magawa, di ba? Pag dumating yung hirap, wala tayong maitulong sa ibang tao kasi sarili natin, hindi natin matulungan. And this problem can be easily fixed if you believe. If you believed you. Next, hugot number 7. Fixed mindset. And the language is, ito lang ang kaya ko eh. Ito lang talaga ako. Ito na ako. Minsan galit pa yan. Ito lang ako! Ang kulit mo, ito na nga lang ako eh. Ito na yung todo. O kaya pwedeng emosyonal. Ito na yung ako. Ito na talaga ako, Sir MJ. Hindi ko na ito mababago. Pinanganak akong ganito. Stuff like that. So basically, feeling mo, lahat ng bagay ay fixed. So having a fixed mindset is actually easy to fix. You just have to change it to growth mindset. So ang fixed mindset, you are too focused on the result. Ang growth mindset, you are focused on the process. And the good news is, if you put yourself in the process, if you are taking action, trying to move forward little by little, stepping to the unknown, little by little, having a structure to change your self-image, and then collecting evidences that you can, having clarity with who you are, tapos hindi ka pa victim, eventually, surely, with absolute certainty, madadevelop yung growth mindset mo. Yes, this video may help because we have an explanation, right? But the thing is, you have to act. You have to take action. You have to put yourself in the process. And same with other hugots, you just have to have a goal and you have to move towards the goal. But again, the goal must be extremely exciting. Dapat sobrang na-excite ka sa goal. Dapat gustong-gusto mong ma-achieve yung goal na yun. It has to be something that you love, that you want. It is something that excites you, motivates you. And when you collect evidences that you can, eventually, masasabi mo sa sarili mo, kaya ko pala. Let's try again. Baka chamba. It's actually thrilling to prove yourself you're right. To prove yourself na kaya mo. Kasi wala ka namang kailangan patunayan sa ibang tao. Dapat, kung gusto mo magpasikat ka muna sa sarili mo. Kasi dapat sarili mo yung kinukumbinsi mo. Sabi nga ni Michael Jackson, di ba? The man in the mirror. Right? Yung tao sa salamin. Simulan mo sa kanya. Hugot number 8. Time. Wala akong time. Busy ako. Dami kong ginagawa. I understand that. Marami rin akong ginagawa. Busy din ako. And it's perfectly fine. I understand that there are people watching this na sobrang busy talaga. But I'm still talking to you. Of course, I'm talking to the people na nagbibisi-bisihan. Kunwari, busy. Kunwari, napakaraming ginagawa, pero may time mag-Netflix. May time manood ng series. May time manood ng anime. May time chumismis. Ilang oras nag-scroll. Alam mo sa sarili mo yung ginagawa mo. Huwag na tayong maglokohan. Alright? I'm here to help you. Because again, dumaan din ako dyan. Ang daming distractions. Tapos sasabihin ko wala akong time. Pero in reality, distracted lang pala ako. But I'm also talking to the people na busy. Kasi kung sobrang busy ka, wala kang time. And the worst is, wala kang time gawin yung gusto mong gawin. Wala kang time gawin yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya talaga sa'yo. May mali sa structure mo. At ang mahirap dito, if you keep telling yourself that you don't have the time, you will never ever have the time. Para ka laging nakakulong, paulit-ulit yung ginagawa mo, mafo-frustrate ka, and we will go back to hugot number 1, yung self-doubt. Kasi pag paulit-ulit mong ginagawa yung bagay na hindi mo gusto, na hindi related sa totoong ikaw, na hindi related sa who you want to become, na hindi related sa totoong pagkatao mo, tapos hindi mo pa tinatrabaho yung pangarap mo, pangarap pa ng ibang tao yung tinatrabaho mo, you will eventually lose yourself. When you lose yourself, babatingin mo sa sarili mo, magdadoubt ka, matatakot ka, hindi mo na naman kilala sarili mo, tatamarin ka na naman, and magiging victim ka na naman, and paulit-ulit na lang. Which means, na ang panlaban natin sa mga hugot is maglaan ka ng time. Maglaan ka ng budget sa sarili mo, mahalin mo sarili mo, at maglaan ka ng time sa sarili mo. Because if you truly love yourself, maglalaan ka ng time para sa sarili mo to solve all the hugots. Pangalawa, ang sinasabi ko lang naman, ang tatrabahuhin mo lang naman yung pangarap mo eh. Lalagyan mo lang siya ng tamang structure. Tamang struktura lang yan. Ako guys, sobrang busy ko rin talaga. Ilan ang kumpanya kong minamanage. Tapos may binibuild pa akong bagong brand. Pero nakakapag-gym pa rin ako. May time ako sa anak ko. Na-handle ko yung buong kumpanya ko. At nakakapag-create pa ako ng napakaraming videos. Nakikita niyo ba yung uploads guys? We have multiple uploads daily. We upload more than 100 videos per week. Isa lang to sa mga videos na ina-upload namin. May live pa ako. Kasi pag gustong-gusto mo ang isang bagay, gagawan mo ng paraan. So again, babalik lang tayo sa sinabi ko kanina. If you have clarity with what you want, if you know who you are, kahit busy ka, maglalaan ka ng time. Kasi alam mo na kung ano talaga yung gusto mo para sa sarili mo. Hugot number 9, past. And the language is, ito kasi yung pinagdaanan ko dati. Kasi dati ganito. Dati ganun. And sometimes, it's all about the flexing. Ito yung nagawa ko dati. Like 20 years ago. Pero yun lang talaga yung achievement. And I'm not trying to invalidate your past experiences kasi lahat tayo may past experiences. My point is very simple. You have to accept and you have to understand that past is past. Nangyari na. The purpose of the past is to learn from it. Collect evidences that we can use in the present moment that will benefit the future that we want to happen. But the problem is, ginagamit natin yung past sa maling paraan. Tandaan nyo to. If you are using the past as an excuse, pag meron kang bagay na hindi nagawa, or when you feel bad about yourself and then you will use the past, or pag may nasabi kang hindi maganda, pag nag-show up ka ng hindi maganda tapos ginamit mo yung past, obviously you are using it the wrong way. Ginagamit mo yung nakaraan to make an excuse. So what will happen is this. Pag binalikan natin yung hugot na fear, tapos binalikan natin yung hugot na self-image, tapos yung victim mentality, tapos nakatingin ka palagi sa past. Imagine mo to Di ba? May mga masasakit na nangyari sa past natin. Tama? And it's really painful. Kaya nga hanggang ngayon damang-dama mo. Because the byproduct of any experience will be emotions. Right? Yan yung pinakang byproduct. Yung state, yung nararamdaman. Kaya nga, ang isang experience gusto nating balikan kasi maganda yun na ibigay sa atin na emotion ng experience na yun. So we always want to go back to that experience. Right? And the thing is this. Pag meron kang experience, syempre may mga tao, may pangyayari, may lugar. Meron kang nakikita, may naririnig, may nalalasahan, may mga kasamang tao, may mga taong involved. If the experience is so blissful, sobrang saya, we remember that. Tama? Ito yung nangyayari eh. Ang naaalala lang natin, yung sobrang saya at yung sobrang lungkot. But the problem is, pag sobrang saya tayo, hindi tayo mindful. Because we are allowing things to happen. Pero pag malungkot tayo, mindful tayo. Lagi tayong alerto. Pag alerto ka, you focus on the cause of the event. So parang pag sobrang sakit, nakafocus ka. Sino may kasalanan, sino yung mga taong involved, saan nangyari, ano yung petsa, kailan exactly nangyari. Pag mga babae nga, pati exact time, alam nila eh. Diba? February 14, 3:37 p.m. Hindi mo ako binati. Gutom na ako, hindi mo ako din-drive through. Stuff like that, right? They remember. Because we remember things based on our experience pag sobrang saya at sobrang lungkot. Kaya lang may anchor yung sobrang lungkot. So what's happening is, nadadala natin siya sa present moment. So pag nadala mo siya sa present moment, anytime na may imagine mo siya, maririnig mo yung same words, matitrigger ka, tapos hindi mo namamalayan bakit parang ang bigat ng dibdib mo. Bakit parang ang bigat ng emotions mo. Tapos nagtataka ka ngayon, ba't parang ang bigat-bigat? Ngayon, si overthinking self sasabihin, naku, baka may masamang mangyayari. Baka hindi para sa akin to. Ayan na naman yung hugot mo. But you don't understand that you are coming from the past. The problem with this is if you bring the past to the present, the future will be the same as the past, which we don't want to happen. Ah, Sir MJ, yun pala yung dahilan kaya paulit-ulit yung nangyayari sa amin. Kasi lagi naming iniisip yung past, lagi kami naka-anchor sa past. So parang ganito yung nangyayari. Hawak mo yung future, hawak mo yung past. Kung hindi mo kayang bitawan yung past, madadama yung future or may stretch ka masyado. Kaya ka nahihirapan. Kaya hindi ka makaalis sa pwesto mo. At kapag binitawan mo yung future, binitawan mo yung goals mo, mahahata ka ng past. Babalik ka sa past, lalong dadami yung hugot mo. So what would be the answer? Focus on the present moment. Be in the present moment. And you have to have a vision for the future. Same with the answers to some of the hugots. When we handle all the hugots that we are talking about in this video, eventually, it will create a ripple effect. Eventually, it will create momentum. Eventually, you will be able to move forward at hindi na paulit-ulit yung nangyayari sa atin. And I'm pretty sure that right now, nanonotice mo na yung connection ng mga hugot at yung connection ng mga solusyon dun sa hugot. You just have to implement it and do it. Hugot number 10, mediocrity. And the language is, okay na ako sa simpleng buhay. Okay na ako, masaya na ako. Now, if you are satisfied, contented, I'm here to tell you that I'm really happy for you. Because at the end of the day, pag kontento ka, masaya ka, satisfied ka, okay na yun eh, di ba? But here's the problem. And here's the reality. Kapag wala kang pera, tapos masaya ka, walang masama doon ha. If that's what you want, I respect you. Gusto ko lang alam mo yung realidad. Pag okay ka na, paano pag dumating na naman yung crisis? Paano pag dumating na naman yung bagyo? Gusto mo ba na nakaasa ka na naman sa ibang tao? Okay lang ba sa'yo na nakaasa ka na naman sa tulong ng iba, sa ibibigay ng iba, sa ibibigay ng gobyerno? Or maybe, you wanna help other people. Gusto mo rin makatulong sa mga tao at gusto mo rin tulungan yung pamilya mo. Kung ikaw meron kang anak, I understand. Okay na sa'yo yung simpleng buhay. Kaya lang, paano naman yung pamilya mo? Hindi ba nila deserve ng magandang buhay? Masarap na buhay? Masarap na pagkain at experiences? Hindi pa natin sinasama dito yung secured na buhay. And another thing, I wanna challenge your beliefs. Ano bang ibig sabihin sa'yo ng simpleng buhay? Kasi baka magkakaiba tayo ng meaning sa salitang simpleng buhay. I remember this one time, meron akong in-invite na tropa ko sa isang seminar ko. Mamatid Cabuyao, Laguna. I don't know if you're familiar. So, galing siya ng Mabuhay. So, sabi niya sa akin, pare, okay na ako sa simpleng buhay. Okay, sige pare, ganito na lang. Paano ka pumunta sa office? Ay pare, ganito lang. Naglakad ako at sumakay ako ng tricycle. Okay, naglakad. So, from point A to another point, sumakay. Papunta ng simbahan. Pagdating ng simbahan, sumakay ulit ng tricycle palabas ng Mamatid. Pagbaba ng Mamatid, naglakad, sumakay ng jeep, bumaba ng pulo. Pagbaba ng pulo, sumakay ng bus. Pagbaba ng bus, sumakay ng LRT. Pagbaba ng LRT, naglakad. Nakarating sa office. So ako, paano ba ako pumunta ng office? So sumakay ako sa Porsche, in-start ko yung engine. Yung Porsche ko, hindi siya push start, dipihit kasi Porsche siya eh. So pinihit, pagdating ko sa gate, bungusina ako ng gate. Yung gate kusang bumukas para akong si Moises. Nag-drive ako papuntang office, nag-park ako, bumaba ako ng office. Ang tanong, anong mas simple dun sa dalawa? So how do you define simpleng buhay? Yung dinedefine natin normally na simpleng buhay, yun yung nagko-commute, daming palipat-lipat yung sakay, pag nagtatrabaho, ang daming proseso. Minsan, ikaw yung magluluto ng pagkain mo, ikaw yung maglalaban ng damit mo, wash and wear pa, nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand, yan ba yung simpleng buhay? I'm not looking down on you, I'm just trying to make you understand na, is that really simple? Simple ba talaga yon? Or naging simple na lang sa pananaw mo kasi nakasanayan mo na? Naging habit mo na, naging comfort zone mo na. Balikan natin yung kanina, you have a fear of the unknown. Akala mo yung unknown na baka mas simple. Akala mo mas komplikado kasi napaka-komplikado na ng buhay mo ngayon, ginawa mo lang simple sa utak mo. The problem with us, most of the time, is how we define the meaning we attach to things. Iba yung meaning sa'yo ng pera, iba yung meaning sa'yo ng buhay, iba yung meaning sa'yo ng simpleng buhay. Di ba pag marami kang pera, mas simple? Maraming pagkain sa ref. Pag may emergency, may huhugutin kang pera. Pag may nangangailangan ng tulong, may huhugutin kang pera. Pwedeng may tagaluto ka, may kotse ka, may pang-maintenance ka. Hindi ka na problema ng bills. Para sa akin, yun ang simpleng buhay. Because the more that you become more successful, the more that you achieve the goals and dreams that you have, mas nagiging simple yung buhay. And initially, it will be complicated kasi hindi ka pa sanay. Pero pag ginawa mo pa ulit-ulit, doing it over and over a period of time, balikan natin yung framework kanina. Structures. When you build structures around it, magiging simple na siya sa'yo. That way, mababago yung self-image mo, automatic yung behaviors and actions, and you will get the results that you want. And for my promise, something that you can actually use to implement everything. I'm gonna share with you a framework. Balikan natin yung analogy ko kanina. How many times in our lives that we are over-strategizing, that we are overthinking, ito yung dapat gawin, pag magne-negosyo ako, ito yung branding, ito yung marketing, ito yung dami ng taong i-hire ko, tapos ito yung problema ko, tapos ito yung products ko, ito yung packaging and stuff like that, pero wala ka pang budget. O kaya, hindi mo masimulan kahit may budget ka. Because you are overthinking. You are over-strategizing. Right? Alam mo yung dapat mong gawin, alam mo yung kaya mong gawin, alam mo yung pwede mong gawin, at malinaw na malinaw sa'yo na yung gagawin mong yon, kung ano man yon, makakatulong sa'yo. Pero hindi mo ginagawa. Because masyado kang nakafocus sa overthinking mo. Masyado kang nakafocus sa strategy. Tandaan nyo to guys, mahalaga yung strategy. But it's not just about doing the right things. It's about doing the right things in the right order. Dapat tama yung sequence nung pagkakasunod-sunod nung sistemang gagawin mo. Kasi lahat ng bagay may patterns at may sistema. But then again, pag sinumulan mo sa tamang state, mental state, physical state, emotional state, parang kahit hindi ka nag-overthink, hindi ka nag-strategize, bakit parang ang ganda ng nagiging resulta? And guess what? Even without a strategy, nakaka-move forward ka. May progress ka. May napupuntahan ka. Which means that we must start with the state. Because balikan natin, when you start with the strategies, here's what will happen. Kukonekta yan sa story. Makakapag-build ka ng story base sa hugot mo. Kasi pag wala ka sa tamang state, tapos sinumulan mo pa sa strategy, i-overthink mo, and that's not being in the right state, obviously, may kwento ka. Sa kwento mo, doon lalabas ng mga hugot mo. Yung 10 hugot na napag-usapan natin sa video na to, lahat yan lalabas dyan. Ito malupit, nagtutulong-tulong yung 10 na yan. Connected kasi sila eh. Ngayon, kamusta yung execution mo ng strategy? Kaya nga yung iba, turo ng strategy. Pag wala ka naman sa tamang state, nonsense yung strategy eh. Kaya nga probably, paulit-ulit ka na nagbabasa ng libro. Paulit-ulit ka na nanonood ng mga videos, pero wala pa ring progress yung buhay mo. It's because it's not about the strategies. It's about the state. So ito yung tamang structure. Ito yung tamang framework. And this is the 3S to success. You start with the right state. When you start with the right state of mind, emotions, and actions, magiging maganda yung kwento mo. That's the perfect way to actually eliminate all the hugots. Pag maganda yung kwento mo, regardless of the strategy, it will work. That's a guarantee, guys. It will work. And the purpose of the strategy is to 3x, 5x, 10x the results, which means from a business perspective, it's scalability. So ibig sabihin, state and story can make you a millionaire already. And having a strategy will scale the millions that you have. So that's the 3S. At kapag nag-incorporate ka ng tamang strategy, having the right story in the right state, iikot ka sa tamang state, you now have evidences that you can. That way, you will be able to create more frameworks within the boundaries of your own experiences na magagamit mo sa buhay mo. And that's what I'm doing for you. You don't have to spend 18 years to learn about the success blueprint. You don't have to lose 20 million like I did. You don't have to lose a lot of people to understand human behavior. You just have to enroll in Success Blueprint right now. So ang hiling ko sa inyo guys, just love yourself. Labanan natin yung mga hugot natin, and I strongly recommend you watch this video over and over a period of time para ma-develop natin yung tamang structure para malabanan natin yung mga hugot. At kung may kakilala ka rin na maraming hugot, itag mo sa video na to o isend mo yung video na to, like, comment, and guys, make sure that we know that you like our videos. Alam ko marami sa inyong silent followers. Alam nyo ba guys, part ng progress is yung pagiging silent. Gawin naman nating hindi masyadong silent. Right? Very important po yung algorithms. If you wanna watch our videos over and over, and if you wanna see more of us, mag-comment naman kayo. Iparamdam nyo naman sa amin, lalong-lalo na sa media team natin, because mind you, our media team is working really hard to create massive value. To create the best possible output for you. And guys, I'm really happy because, again, this is an amazing video. Para sa akin, it's because lahat ng diniscuss ko dito, na-experience ko na, and I really hope na maraming makreate na magandang resulta itong video na to sa buhay nyo. And please share us the results that you have because we are looking forward to hear more from you. So yun lang guys, this is the end of the video, and always remember that all I want is for you to become more successful and to reach the next level success. Again, my name is MJ Lopez and see you soon.